we are going to talk about the ingestion latency within the data tables available inside a log analytics workspace using KQL. So in this session, we will learn how we can understand when the data was ingested to each table and when that actually got reflected and available to be queried. And at times we see there is a latency in specifically the custom tables or the tables wherein we ingest syslog data or ceph data. Now, to do that, the first thing what we would do is we will try to write a query which will give us all the tables available within this workspace. And we will start with union and we'll say with source equal to, let's give us a name and we give us a star on that, and in the next line we would summarize and the next line by current table. So we will copy and paste it here, and once we do that, let us try to run this. And once we run, it successfully executed and the results appear. We should be able to see the tables available in this workspace. Now, just to add to that, we will try to summarize the latest latency, and to do that, what we would do is paste in a line here which will extract the average end-to-end ingestion latency, and the way it will do is it will average out all the rows based on when it was ingested and when we see the time generated field is updated, and that too up to 2 decimal places, so we get a fair idea about the ingestion delay for each row. And what we'll do is we will try to average out across all the entries so that we understand what's the average value around that. And next to that, we will also find out the minimum one using min instead of average, and we will try to add the max one just using the max in place of min. Now, if we look at the query, after every line of summarization, it ends with a comma to make sure everything is a different column. And fundamentally, the time difference is made in seconds just to make sure that we get enough granularity in our output and summarizing it by table. Now, once this query is formalized, we will run this query. And once we run this query, all right, it should give us the result in a way wherein we should be able to see the current table and the average end-to-end ingestion latency, the minimum latency, and the maximum latency across all the records. And as the top filter is for 24 hours, so it is going to validate the data, or the current query is basically running on top of 24 hours of data. Now this is good to have all the tables, but at times we might not need all the tables to be appearing in our result. In that case, we would rather go for a subset of the tables, and in our case we have taken a variable called list of tables and trying to assign a dynamic array called usage and behavior analytics. And just at the end of the query, we will try to find out and apply a where condition on current table in, and we would say list of tables. And as you can see, the result contains all the table for now. And let us try to rerun this. And once the rerun is complete, basically we should be able to see only two table and the respective average end-to-end latency, minimum and maximum latency. So that was about the way to find out the latency of the ingested logs.